I love you. Today we have discussed about operation of chopper in the all four coordinate choppers and types of choppers, different types of choppers. In previous class we have discussed about concept of chopper circuits, types of choppers, control methods of choppers, application of choppers. The concept of chopper circuits. It is nothing but concept of chopper. Chopper is a nothing but chopper is a device which convert from fixed DC power supply to variable DC power supply. Fixed DC which convert from fixed DC to variable DC voltage or DC power. The types of choppers. The types of choppers. AC link choppers and DC link choppers and variable frequency control method and constant frequency control methods choppers. These are the types of choppers. Control methods of choppers is nothing but variable frequency and control frequency, constant frequency method. The application chop, different types of applications is there. That is the traction systems, home applications, and aerospace and hoist, like this. These are the application of choppers. The main objective of today class is nothing but the classification of choppers, the types of choppers and classification of choppers, and operation of choppers in all four coordinates. Operation of chopper in all four coordinates. Classification of choppers and operation of in all four coordinates of choppers. The first one is the classification of choppers. Chopper are mainly classified into five types depending on the direction of output voltage and output current. The chopper is a mainly classification into five types of choppers depend upon the direction of output voltage and output current. They are the first classification is nothing but class A chopper, second one class B chopper, third one class C chopper, fourth one class D chopper, fifth one class E chopper. These are the five types of chopper depend upon the output voltage and output current. Depend upon the output voltage and output current. Class A chopper, class B chopper, class C chopper, class D chopper, class E chopper. These are the types. These are the types of chopper. So first one is nothing but class A chopper. First one is the class A chopper. The class A chopper is nothing but these are the circuit. These are the output waveform. These are the output waveform. On the x-axis output current and y-axis we have draw the output voltage. So the output voltage is positive and output current also positive, flow in positive direction. Hence it is also called as first coordinate operation. First coordinate operation of chopper or class A chopper or class A chopper. In first coordinate in class A chopper, output voltage and output current, that is the load voltage and load current are both are the positive. Both are the positive. So this is called as the class A chopper. This is called as class A chopper. Here the output voltage is positive and output current also positive direction. So hence it is also called as first coordinate chopper or class A chopper. These are the definition and class A chopper. What are the types of choppers and definition of class A chopper? In class A chopper, both are output voltage and output current. Both are the positive. Both are the positive. So it is called as class A chopper. This is called as class A chopper. This chopper is operated in first coordinate. This chopper is operated in first coordinate. Next class B chopper. Next class B chopper. The class B chopper is nothing but here the output voltage is positive and output current is negative direction. The output voltage is positive and current flowing in the circuit in the negative direction. Current flowing through the circuit in negative direction, or current flowing through the load in the circuit the negative direction, and hence it is also called as class B chopper and also called as second coordinate operation of chopper. Second coordinate operation of chopper. Second coordinate operation of chopper is nothing but it is also called as class B chopper. Here the output voltage is positive. The voltage across the load is the positive. Voltage across the load is the positive. But the direction of current or output current or direction of current in the load, that is the negative direction. That is the negative direction. The switching operation of in this chopper circuit we have to clearly studied in all four coordinate operation. So this is the class B chopper. This is the class B. The class B nothing but here output voltage is positive. The voltage across the load is a positive value. The voltage across the load is a positive value. But output current or the direction of current through the load, the direction of current through the load, that is called as the negative direction. This is also called as second coordinate operation. So here listen here, in the first coordinate operation, here the switch voltage across the load, that is the here the load is the inductance and capacitance loads. In the first coordinate operation means in the class A chopper means the switch CH1 or chopper 1, chopper 4, both are the turn on. Chopper 1 is the operated and chopper 4 is the does not operate, and chopper 3 and chopper 4 is the off state, that is the off state. So the voltage across the load is a positive. If the chopper CH1 is the turn on here, the chopper CH1 is the turn on here, so the direction of current through the load, is the inductance and battery E, CH4, the close switch, and the negative, the direction of current. This is the direction of current in first coordinate, that is the class A chopper. In class B chopper means here CH1 is the CH4 is the turn off. Here CH4 is the turn off. CH1 is the on state. So the voltage is positive here. And current is the negative. How to current is the negative means here the diode D4 is the start to conducting. So here the diode D4 is the start to conducting means here it will be operated. Switch S4 is the conducting, and the current flowing through the load is CH4 and D4 and battery E and L in this direction. The current direction is in this direction, current flowing through the load, and CH1. So these are the second coordinate operation. So it is also called as class B chopper. Next, class C chopper. Here class C chopper, the output voltage is positive. Whereas current flowing through the load in positive and negative direction. Hence this types of chopper is operated in first and second coordinate. So it is also called as class C chopper. So it is called as class C chopper. In class C, these are the types only. This is the classification of chopper only. Class A, class B, class C, class D, class E. These are 5 type choppers. What is the output voltage? What is the direction of current in the load? What is the output voltage across the load? What is the direction of current in the load? For the class C chopper, the output voltage is positive. But whereas current flowing in both positive and negative direction, the direction of current in the load in the positive direction and negative direction. How it can be possible? we have to discuss later in all four quadrant operation. In all four quadrant operation, we have discussed how it can be possible, the direction of current in positive and a negative direction, and what is the output voltage. What is the output voltage across the load is a positive. What is the output voltage is positive across the load. What is the positive output voltage? What is the direction of current in the both direction, that is the positive direction and negative direction. Let we have to discuss later, we have discussed in the all four quadrant operation. Then you have to understand. Just we have to here keep in your mind, this is the definition of class C chopper. That is the definition of class C chopper. Class C chopper is a nothing but which is a the output voltage across the load is positive, but the direction of current in the load is positive and negative direction, hence these types of chopper operate in first and second coordinate, so it is called as class C chopper. Next, class D chopper. In class D chopper, the output voltage is operate in both positive and negative direction. The output voltage is positive and negative direction, but the current flowing through the load is positive direction, positive direction. The current flowing through the load is the positive direction. So it is the operated in first and fourth coordinate. It is the operated in first and fourth coordinate. The class D chopper is operated in first and fourth coordinate. So it is called as the class D chopper. The output voltage for class D chopper, the output voltage is operated in both positive and negative direction. The output voltage is operated in both positive and negative direction, but the current flowing through the load is positive direction only. Hence it is the operated in first and fourth coordinate. So this is called as class D chopper. Next classification is nothing but class E chopper. This is the output waveform. There is the output voltage and output current of waveform, and this is the VI characteristics of class E chopper. These are the VI characteristics of class E chopper. So here the load voltage and current, the voltage across the load is nothing but the direction is positive and negative, and direction of current in positive and negative direction. The direction of current in the load positive and negative direction. So this types of chopper is called as class E chopper. And it is operated in all four coordinate. So this is called as the class E chopper. Next, these are the classification of chopper. These are the classification of chopper. There are the five types is there: class A, class B, class C, class D, and class E. The class A chopper is nothing but the voltage is positive. The direction of current is the negative. So it is also called as first coordinate chopper. This types of chopper is operated in first coordinate. This types of chopper is operated in first coordinate. Next, class B chopper. Next, class B chopper is nothing but the voltage across the load is positive. The voltage across the load is the positive. But the current is the negative. But the current is the negative. The direction of current is the negative. The direction of current is the negative. So this types of chopper is operated in second coordinate. This types of chopper is operated in second coordinate. For the class C chopper, here the voltage across the load is the positive. The voltage across the load is the positive. But the current flowing through the load is the positive direction and negative direction. Direction of current is the negative and positive. This is the class C chopper. Next, class D. This types of chopper is operated in first coordinate and second coordinate. Next, class D chopper. The class D chopper is operated in first and fourth quadrant. Here the voltage across the load is positive and negative. But the direction of current is nothing but only positive. So this types of chopper is operated in first and fourth quadrant. This types of chopper is operated in first and fourth coordinate. So this types of chopper is called as class D chopper. It is operated in first and fourth quadrant. Next, class E chopper. Class C chopper is nothing but this types of chopper is the voltage across the load and direction of current of load is positive and negative. So this types of chopper is operated in all four quadrant. So this is called as the class E chopper. This is called as class E chopper. So here next, operation of chopper in all four coordinate. Next topic is the operation of chopper in all four coordinate. Here the four coordinate operation of chopper, this is also called as four coordinate operation of chopper. Here it consists of four chopper switches, CH1, CH2, CH3, CH4. Four chopper switches, and it is the connected and the one 4 diode. The 4 diode is connected across the alternative choppers, that is the D1, D2, D3 and D4. The load is connected in between the two bridge circuit, midpoint of bridge circuits. Here the load is the inductive capacitive loads, that it is connected with the inductive and capacitive load, and Vs is the source voltage and Vs is the source voltage. Here Vs is the source voltage, that is the source voltage means the input voltage. Here the input voltage is nothing but DC power supply is given. So the chopper is operated on the DC power supply. Chopper is operated in the DC power supply. So the definition of chopper is nothing but which convert DC power into DC power, that is the fixed DC to variable DC, So this is called as the chopper, and this is the circuit for the all four coordinate. The chopper is operated in operation of chopper in all four coordinate. So here the operation of chopper in all four coordinate. That shows the figure here. The power circuit diagram of four coordinate chopper. It consists of four semiconductor switches. Here the CH1 is the chopper, CH2 is the chopper, CH3 is the chopper. It is acted as a semiconductor switches. It is the made up of with semiconductor device, that is the thyristor. For the conversion of DC power, fixed DC power into variable DC power. For the low and medium application, we have to use transistor. For a high application, we have to use the chopper switch act as a thyristor. Thyristor. For the low and medium power application, we have to use the transistor. For the high power application, we have to use the thyristor. We have to use the thyristors. So here it consists of 4 semiconductor switches, CH1 to CS2, CS3, CH4, and 4 diode D1, D2, D3, D4. These are the 4 diode and 4 semiconductor switches. The input voltage and current are the source voltage across the this circuit, and source current is the IS, and current flowing through the load is the I naught. The current flowing through the load is the I naught. So the voltage, the input voltage and current are the Vs and Is, and the output voltage and current are the I naught and IV naught and I naught respectively. The operation of conducting diode, the operation of conducting device, the operation of conducting device. In first coordinate operation, CH1 is the operated, CH1 and CH4 is the turn on. CH1 and CH4 is the turn on. CH1 is the operating, and CH1, CH4 is the turn on, and CH2 and CH3 is the turn off. CH2 and CH3 is the turn off. Then what will happen if CH1 is the operated? If the CH1 is the operated, the current, the voltage across the load is the positive. Voltage across the load is the positive. So the current flowing through the load, is the direction of current flowing through the load is nothing but plus here source voltage is positive, and CH1 and L, and battery voltage load is the E, and CH4 and negative. This is the direction of current. And direction of current is a positive. Voltage across the load is a positive. The direction of current is a positive, and voltage across the load is a positive. The direction of current is in the direction of current in the load is nothing but CH first positive supply source of positive, and CH1 and inductance and capacitance, CH4 and negative of supply. This is the direction of current and voltage across the load. If CH1 is the turn off, then the direction of current is nothing but through the load is nothing but it's operate the like this. Here D2 is start to conducting, CH4 is the turn on, D2 is the start conducting. So the direction of current flowing through the load is a positive. So in which direction current flowing through the load is positive? CH4 and D2 and L inductance load, and capacitance loads E. Inductance loads L, capacitance loads E. In this direction current flowing through the load. So the direction of current also positive. Voltage is positive and current is the positive in first coordinate operation. In first coordinate operation, CH1 is the operated, CH4 is the turn on. CH4 is the, once again I am repeating the first coordinate operation of chopper. CH1 is the operated, CH4 is the turn on. Here in first coordinate operation, CH1 and CH4 is the turn on. That means CH1 is the operating. We have to operating with the CH1. Then the voltage across the load is positive. Output voltage is positive. How? In which direction of output voltage have to obtain? Positive of voltage source and CH1, inductance load L, and battery voltage E, and CH4 and negative of supply. So like this is the voltage across the load. but direction of current is the positive. How direction of current is the positive? How? When switch ch1 is the turn off, when switch ch1 is the turn off and ch4 is the operated, the diode D2 start to conducting, so the direction of current flowing through the load is nothing but ch4 D2 inductance load L and battery supply, battery voltage, battery load capacitance load is the E in the direction current flowing through the load. So this is also positive. These are first quadrant operation. Next, in the second quadrant operation, CH4 is the operated, CH1 is the operated, and CH1 and D4 is the turn on, CH1 is the operated and CH4 and D4, CH1 and D4 is the turn on, in which direction? Here CH1 is the operated, CH1 and D4 is the turn on, so the direction of voltage is the positive, that means CH1 is the operated, so voltage across the load is a positive. How? Supply voltage positive and the CH1 and battery inductance load L and capacitive load E and D4 and CH4 and negative of supply. If CH4 is the turn off, CH2 is the turn off. Here CH2 is the turn off. What will happen? CH2 is the turn off means here the diode D2 is the start to conducting. Here. The diode D4 is the start to conducting. The diode D4 is the start to conducting. The diode D4 is the start to conducting means how like this, when switch CH4 D4 and D1 and D4 is the start conducting, if CH2 is the turn off, then D4 and D1 is the start conducting, so direction of current is the negative, how? The negative of supply and D4 start conducting and the load voltage, capacitance load voltage and inductance and D1 and positive of supply, in this direction. Current flowing through the load is the in this direction, so the current direction is the negative, in the second quadrant operation, CH1 is the operated, and CH1 and D4 is the turn on, so here not CH1 is operated here, CH4 CH2 is operated here. CH2 is the operating. When CH2 is the operating, then positive CH2 and the load negative CH2 is the operating and D1 and positive. So here the voltage across the load, voltage across the load is the positive. If CH2 is the operated, here current flowing the load is the D4 and load and D1 and positive of supply Here the wrong is there. Here CH1 is operated, CH2 is operated in second coordinate, CH2 is operated in second coordinate, CH2 is the operated in second quadrant, CH2 is operated. So CH2 is operated and the direction of voltage, is positive, in which direction? Direction of voltage is positive, the direction of voltage is positive in nothing but The direction of voltage is positive. The direction of current is the negative. In which direction? Negative of supply and D4 and capacitive voltage E and inductance voltage L and D1 and positive of source and positive of source. This is the second quadrant operation. This is the second quadrant operation, class B chopper. Class B chopper. So here for this chopper CH2 is operated while CH1, CH3, CH4 is the turn off. Here CH2 in second quadrant operation. Once again I am repeating the second quadrant operation. CH2 is the operated, CH1, CH3, CH4 is the turn off. CH4 is the turn off. Then when CH2 is on, the negative current flowing through the L, CH2, D4 and E. The negative current flowing through the L, negative current flowing through the D is the L, E and CH2 and D4 and CH2 and D4 here. L, CH2, D4 and E in this direction. L, CH2 and D4 and E and E. In this direction of current is the flowing. So the negative direction, the current flowing through the load is the negative. Current flowing through the load is the negative. This is the second quadrant operation. Next, third quadrant operation. This is the third quadrant operation. If in second quadrant operation, if CH2 is the turn off, in second quadrant operation, the CH2 is the turn off. The CH2 is the turn off. If CH2 is the turn off, then D1 and D4 start to conducting. If CH2 is the turn off, D1 and D4 is the start conducting. So the voltage across the load is nothing but, or current flowing through the load is nothing but negative of supply D4 and load voltage, capacitive load and inductive loads D1 and supply of positive. So this is the voltage across the load is the positive. Voltage across load is the positive. If CH2 is turn off, once again I am repeating, CH2 is the turn off. In second quadrant operation, initially CH2 operated. In second quadrant operation, initially CH2 is the operated. If CH2 is the operated, the current flowing through the load, is CH2, D4, battery voltage E, battery load is E, inductance load is E, inductance load L and CH2. If in this case if CH2 is the off, what will happen? If CH2 is the off, here the D1 and D4 start conducting. Here D1 D4 is a start conducting. If it will be off state, the D1 D4 is a start conducting. So the current flowing through the load, is nothing but the negative D4 load, capacitance load E and inductance load L and D1 and positive of supply. In the direction current is flowing. So in the negative direction current, voltage across the load is the positive. These are the second quadrant operation. This is the second quadrant operation. So in this direction, the current is feed back to the source through the D1 and D4. That is the feedback energy. Is nothing but E plus di by dt. The feedback energy is nothing but E plus di by dt is more than source voltage. Thus the load is positive and current is the negative in second quadrant operation. Thus the load is positive and the current is the negative and output current is the negative. So it is second quadrant operation. Next, for this operation, that means that is the third quadrant operation. Here CH3 is operated. CH3 is operated means here CH2 and CH3 is a turn on. In the third quadrant operation means the CH3 is operated, CH3 chopper 3 is operated and CH2 and CH3 is turn on. CH2 and CH3 is a turn on. Then what will happen? The voltage across the load is the voltage across the load. Voltage across the load is the positive. Voltage across the load is the positive. That means positive of supply CH3, battery and inductance load, and CH2 and the negative of supply and negative of supply and negative of supply. When CH3 is on the load is connected to the source, CH2, CH3 and both voltage and current are both are the negative. Both are the negative. Both are the negative. Voltage and current. Voltage and current is the both are the negative. Both are the negative. Voltage and current both are the negative. Voltage, current, both current are the negative. This is called the first and second quadrant operation. Here source voltage both are the turn on. The CH3 is turn off. If CH3 is turn off, what will happen? If CH3 is turn off, what will happen? CH2 and D4 start conducting. CH4 and D4 is a start conducting. CH2 and D4 is a start conducting. So the direction of current is the negative. CH2, D4 and capacitive load E and inductance. So the direction of current is the negative. The direction of current is the negative. That means here the current flowing through the load is nothing but CH2, D4, E and L. CH2, D4, E and L. In this direction current flowing through the load. If CH3 is the off state, once again I am repeating, third quadrant operation or first and second quadrant operation. Third quadrant operation or first and second quadrant operation. If CH3 is the operated, then CH3 and CH2 turn on. CH3 and CH2 is the turn on. Then the voltage across the load is positive. Voltage across the load is the positive. But current is the negative. In which direction? The source of positive CH3 and a negative direction E voltage, E load, L load and CH2 and negative of supply. In the direction the current is the negative. And in which direction is the positive? In this direction, that is the CH3. If CH3 is the turn off, what will happen? CH2 and D4 is start conducting. CH2 and D4 is the start conducting. Then current flowing through the load is nothing but inductance CH2 and D4 and battery voltage E. Inductance is store the energy. It is the feedback through the CH2, D4 and E. So the direction of current is the positive and negative. The current direction of current is the positive and negative. The negative current is freewheeling through the CH2 and D4. So the load voltage is positive and the load voltage, output voltage and current is negative. So this is the third coordinate. This is called as the third coordinate. These are the third coordinate. In the third coordinate operation, the output voltage and output current both are the negative. Both are the negative direction. Next, in fourth quadrant operation. For this operation, CH4 is operated and CH1, CH2, CH3 is turned off. In this operation, CH4 is operated and CH1, CH2, CH3 is turned off. In fourth quadrant operation, the CH4 is operated and CH1, CH2, CH3 is turned off. Then what will happen? So here the CH4 is turned on and positive current flowing through the E, CH4, D2 and L. E, CH4, and D4 and L. E4 and L. D2 and L here in this direction. CH4, D2, L and E in this direction current flowing through the load. Current flowing through the load. In this direction current flowing through the load here. Then the energy is stored in the inductance. The energy is stored in the inductance. When CH4 is the turn off, CH4 is the turn off, what will happen? CH4 is the turn off. Then the current is feedback to the source. When current is feedback to the source through the in which direction? D3 and D3 and D2, D3 and D2, D3 and D2, D3 and D2. That is the supply of negative D2, L, E, D3 and positive of supply. If CH4 is the turn off, once again repeating, if the CH4 is the operated, the fourth order of operation, once again I am repeating, if CH4 is the operated, here, what will happen? The direction of current in the CH4, D2, L and E. If CH4 is the turn off here, okay, CH4 is the turn off, what will happen? The direction of current in the through the load is the negative of supply, D2, L and capacitive load E, and D3 positive of supply. In this direction current flowing through the load. So this is the all four quadrant operation of chopper. So here, the clearly explain in this slide, in every side clearly explain. They are the first quadrant operation. This is the first quadrant operation, and this is the second quadrant operation. This is the third quadrant operation, and this is the fourth quadrant operation. Fourth quadrant operation. All four quadrant operation is the explained clearly here. The in first quadrant operation means the CH1 is the operated, and second quadrant operation CH2 is operated. In third quadrant operation CH3 is operated. In fourth quadrant operation CH4 is the operated. Here in first quadrant operation CH1 is operated and CH4 is the turn on also. If CH1 is the turn off, the CH4 is the turn on. Then the direction of current in the positive, direction of voltage also positive. In which direction? CH4, D2, L and E. If CH2 is the turn off, CH1 is the turn off, CH1 is the turn off, the CH4 is the operated and D2 is the start conducting. So the CH4, D2, L and E. This is the first quadrant operation. So the voltage and current both are the positive. In second quadrant operation, the CH2 is operated. Then the direction of current in the load, in which direction? CH2, source of negative of supply, CH2, L, E and CH3 and positive and positive of supply. If CH2 is the turn on, turn off, what will happen? If CH2 is the turn off, what will happen? The which diode is the operated? D1 and D4 start conducting. If CH2 is turn off here, D1 and D4 start conducting. Negative D4 and inductance load and capacitance load, D1 and positive supply. This is the second quadrant operation. In third quadrant operation, CH2 is operated, CH3 is the operated. Then this will be start conducting in which direction? Positive of supply, CH3 and capacitive load E and L and CH2 and negative of supply. In this direction, the voltage is the negative. If CH3 is the turn off, here the CH3 is the turn off. If CH3 is the turn off, what will happen here? What will happen here? CH3 is the turn off. The CH2 and D4 start conducting. CH2 and D4 is the start conducting. So CH2, D4, capacitive voltage E and L. So here current flow in the direction of negative direction. So voltage and current is the negative. Voltage and current is the negative. Voltage and current is the both are the negative here. So and next fourth coordinate operation. Here the CH4 is the operated. CH4 is the operated. In four quadrants CH4 is the operated. Then the direction of current. The direction of current in the CH4 is the operated means here negative and the CH4 and battery voltage and the CH1 and supply of negative supply of negative if CH4 is the turn off, if CH4 is the turn off here, CH4 is the turn off, what will happen? The D2 and D3 start conducting. D2 and D3 start conducting here. Negative of supply, D2 and D3 and positive of supply. Negative of supply, D2, L and E, D3 negative of supply. In this direction current flowing. So here the voltage is positive, current is the negative. Voltage is positive, current is the negative here. So these are the all four coordinate operation. Positive current flowing through the load. So this is the all four node operation. So here the voltage is negative, current is the positive. Voltage is the negative, current is the positive here. In four coordinate operation. So these are the summary of today classes. In today class we have discussed about class A chopper, class B chopper, class C chopper, class D chopper and class E chopper, and the operation of chopper in all four coordinate. The quiz questions. First question is nothing but the output voltage and current of chopper are positive and negative. Which types of chopper? What is the types of chopper? Class A chopper, class B chopper, class C chopper, class C chopper. The voltage is positive, current is the negative. Voltage is positive and voltage is positive, current is the negative. The voltage is positive, current is the negative. In which chopper? Voltage is positive, current is the negative. So this is called as class B chopper. Voltage is positive, current is the negative means class B chopper. That is the second quadrant operation. Option B is the correct answer. The output voltage of chopper is positive, whereas current flowing through the both direction, positive and negative direction. What is the types of chopper? Here listen here. The voltage is positive, the current direction both positive and negative direction. So this types of chopper is called class C chopper. So this is called as the option C is correct answer. Class C chopper. Option C is correct answer. Class C chopper. Output voltage is positive and current is a positive and negative. So the class C is correct answer. They have frequently asked question. Explain the classification of chopper with help of diagram. Explain the classification of chopper with help of diagram. Means class A, class B, class C, class D, class E with help of diagram. And they explain the operation of chopper in all four coordinates with help of circuit diagram. And graph. Explain the operation of chopper in all four coordinates with help of circuit diagram and graph. That means this is the for this question answer is like this: the circuit diagram and graph. Explain clearly all these things. Then so this is the operation of all four quadrant operation of chopper with the circuit diagram. And this is the graph. This is the first question. Classification of chopper with help of diagram means classification of chopper means this is the classification. This is a classification. Class A, class B, class C, class D, class E. With help of graph means with help of diagram means this one. Class A, class B, class C, and class D, and class E, and class E. So this is the first question answer. Explanation of first question. Explain of first question answer is nothing but class A, class B, class C, class D, class E. That is the first question. And second question is nothing but this is a circuit diagram and graph. This is a circuit graph and this is the circuit diagram. This is the circuit diagram. Are you clear or not? Are you? I hope all of you it is clear, and read well and prepare well. Thank you.